New Mystery School. What's happening? Welcome to another lesson. And today's lesson is going to be a lesson of peace. Finding, centering oneself will eventually lead to inner peace. And what I've learned or what I've experienced in searching for this inner peace is you have to quiet yourself. You have to quiet yourself. And when I say quiet yourself, it's not necessarily as far as sound is concerned or noise, but it's to quiet the mind, to relax, to be at ease. You will eventually find yourself in a state of peace. Sometimes the things that happen in our lives during the course of our lives are very loud and very noisy and very busy. These tend to be distractions from us finding inner peace. I find myself when I find myself in situations to where I'm starting to stress, or I'm starting to become burdened with thoughts, duties, activities. Like, for example, I'm kind of like in the process of trying to find another place to live. You know what I mean? And anyone that's been, ever in the market of looking for somewhere to live can relate to it being very stressful. So, no exception here. Very stressful. But I'm finding quieting my mind is becoming a lot more difficult because of all the thoughts and concerns and worry. This happens. This happens. I always have to remind myself that I'm not here. Pretty much saying that life is on borrowed time. Your experience here is just borrowed time. If you're lucky, 90 years tops. If you're lucky, it's borrowed. So every moment is precious. So accepting things, finding the positive in all situations, even situations that seem to be bad or negative, as hard as that is, and I know it's easier said than done, will eventually lead you to finding peace through tribulation. But taking the time for yourself is important, whether it's 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. Taking 1 minute to actually dedicate to yourself is key. And I know that sounds almost like a joke, right? Like, who doesn't have 1 minute for themselves? But ask yourself, when's the last time you just stopped and didn't care about anything for 1 minute? Probably right before you went to sleep. 9 times out of 10. But I'm talking about consciously doing it in the middle of your day. If you start doing this, giving yourself 1 minute, gradually letting that grow to 5 minutes, gradually letting that grow to 10 minutes, gradually letting that go to 30 minutes, giving yourself 30 minutes of peace. Now, if you have children, I know that's a daunting task. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a daunting task. But it's mandatory, because you should do it not only for yourself if you have children, but you should do it for your children. Because it will make you a better person. It will make you a better parent. It will make you overall whole. And if you're better, they're better. You know what I mean? But peace is key. Sometimes when I get into a zone of peace, I'm almost so appreciative of it, I start to tear up, because I realize how noisy the world is. And once you hear silence for a minute, that's that minute that you actually will probably fall in love with yourself, or the beginning of that process. So peace is key. When you see a lot of rah rah rah, a lot of hot air being blown, a lot of ego, that's where peace is not. There's always a time and a place for everything, but make sure you make time and have a place for peace.